Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? This is Skull Drawings. What up? What up? I'm going to be using this pencil right here. It's going to be a Cretacolor Nero. I'm going to be drawing a kind of one of those cool bull skulls that you see all the time in like movies. I'm going to draw from the front view. I'll probably do another one with the side view, things like that. You know, you see them a lot like, what do you call that? Like old westerns and things like that. The kind of bull skull thing. I don't know what else to call it, really, just a bull skull. I start kind of with like this oblong or something like this kind of odd rectangle diamond shape, because it's kind of the top part where the brain is encased, and then you have the eyes over here on the sides. I'm actually drawing this very loosely and very lightly because I'm going to go over very hard. Hopefully you can see this part in the camera. Let me look. You can kind of see it on the camera. Let me see. Whoops. You can kind of see it on the camera. So let me center it a little bit. And then kind of the front part where the nasal bones kind of come together. The bones in the middle of the head, they seem to be split. They always have that split in there in the center of the head. And that split has to do with kind of the cranial masses kind of coming together. And then the nasal portion, which is kind of the top flat part of the nose over here, that is also split within two. And it comes down, usually comes down to the nostril area. And the nostril area tends to be kind of like jaggedy. It tends to be huge. Huge and jaggedy area for the nostrils. Right here. So I'm kind of like fleshing out that area right there, like this eye socket area. The eyes are kind of aimed outward as well. Usually, animals that are, in general, you know what I mean? Animals that are prey tend to have like outward-facing eyes for see predators. And that's kind of the general thing that's going on here. And then you throw the horn over here on one side, horn on the other side. They're essentially like a U shape. You know, they can be any kind of shape. There's a lot of different shapes that they could be. Then it kind of has an attachment here. There's like this bony segment, and there's the horn itself. I don't know if the horn is made of keratin or not. I'd have to check that out. Like keratin is what human hair is made out of, and I think what a rhino, I think horn is made of. I'm not sure. So, anyways, see this? This is what you call like kind of an under sketch, quick sketch. Just to get the broad layout. All I'm trying to do is find the placement for things of where things are going to actually generally be. That's all I'm trying to do is find that. And now that I have it, I can actually kind of switch modes almost into like this. Okay, kind of analysis mode. Now I'm going to actually, let me sharpen my pencil first. And now I'm actually going to go in here and like kind of find more, line art, shadows. I'll kind of find the line art and shadows at the same time sometimes, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking of like soft and hard edges and where they're going to go. Kind of that bone, I have to look at the way that what's going to connect. It's going to connect down here. They can be even, but you don't have to make it even. It is kind of an obscure subject matter. But there'd be kind of a slight turning of the light here. Kind of coming downward, so it would be a little bit darker. You kind of think it through. Anyways, let me talk a little bit about my life right now. My life is going very well. This channels are going very, very well. For quick news, I'm going to be selling not almost every one of them, but I'm going to start selling drawings, most of my drawings online that I do on this channel. So I'm going to throw that into a store, and I'll link you that store at some point during this video. Maybe at the end. Maybe right now. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. Oh, I got the hiccups. So that's going to be coming up soon. I'm actually kind of starting an ebook and pushing that forward as well. Over here, put a slight value over here on the bottom portions. The skull kind of swoops down. Have you ever pet like a bull or something like that? Like kind of think of kind of the shape of their face. You know what I mean? Not a bull. I'm sure you haven't pet a bull, but like a cow, things like that. Things with a snout. You have to kind of like. It's good to go out there and see these things. That's kind of why when we draw something, it's really good to see it in real life. You know what I mean? It gives you a better understanding than if you would in photos or things like that. I'm doing this kind of with a not with a tip exactly, but kind of with the like the side of the tip. And I pull these small lines, and my idea is that they're all going to kind of merge into one shape, you know, as I do that. Coming down here. Normally you'd actually see through this, but I'm going to actually make this all kind of dark. It's the nostril area. I'm going to make that entirely dark. I think that looks pretty alright. And over here, alright. Right there, see I made it dark on both sides. Also, I forgot to do this. I gotta make the actual eye socket dark as well. I didn't actually do that on the side over here. Try to line that up as close as I can, but if you can't, you know, well, it happens. You're human. But try, you know. Try to line that up as close as you possibly can. That bump on the side of that face there. And here. Kind of the center of that skull, like I said, there seems to be this large crevice sometimes on these. So I throw I make it thicker right here toward the center of it. And they don't have to all look like they're attaching as well. You can kind of like pull these back a little bit. Just throw that line a little bit there, but it doesn't have to separate the actual kind of rhythm the entire thing. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of the problem is when you're doing these things, sometimes it'll look like pieces. You know, and you don't want them to look like pieces. They do have to form one solid object. You know. One solid object, and then right here, back of that other horn. The other horn. This horn's a little bit bigger, I can tell. I'm just going to leave it like that because it's not too crazy. Let me look at it. Actually, I'm going to have to change it. Go with my eraser, my kneaded eraser. Alright. See, I couldn't get that fully out. I went too dark with that. That's a shame, but that's my fault, you know? I'm going to go down here and kind of give a little light layer of value toward the bottom. That's sort of the back edge of the bone, of the nasal bone. I'm going to go over here with my finger, and I sometimes want to soften it out. A little bit, not a lot. A little bit, because I think that does help sometimes. You're just like, it's too many damn like little lines, you know what I mean? So you want to soften out with your finger, but not a lot. Because if you do it a lot with your finger, it'll the oil from your hand will come off, and it will make it much worse. So you have to just say a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, you know, something like that. Nothing bad. 1, 2, 3. Say maybe 3, that's it. Don't go beyond that. I get like 1 right there, like a rub. 2. All right, now I'm going to go here, and I'm actually going to go in, and I'm these bullhorns tend to be black, so I'm gonna actually kind of darken it out, but I'm gonna be careful about how I darken it. I don't want to just color it in straight up like, what do you call that? A crayon I'm drawing in. I'm not gonna just like darken it in like a space. I want to kind of think of the kind of roundness that this has, right? It has a little bit of roundness to it. Kind of following the form a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Go with the side here a little bit. Make the roundness. Roundness here. And then I'm going to kind of try to get this eraser, kind of squish it up, and get it kind of to a point. That's why I like this eraser. And I'm going to try to go along the edges here and take out as much excess, pencil as I can. You know what I mean? This pencil in particular goes down really black, which I like. I normally don't like graphite regular, like a number 2 pencil, or even those other ones, the Derwent, something like this. Sometimes I don't like them for drawing because they come out really gray. I know you can use the really dark ones and you do have to build up to it, but it takes forever. I don't know. I like these better personally for like at least faster drawings. I know there are really long drawings that these are perfect for. I know that. I'm not crazy, but I do like these right here. Oops, got a stomach thing going on. Alright, now it's going pretty good. I still think this horn, it only accentuates how much bigger this horn is than that horn. So, I mean, honestly, I can't really fix it at this point. I can try, but I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually just I'm kind of fine with it. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go around the sides over here, and I'm gonna actually try to throw a thicker black line throughout the contour, as I always do. Thicker black line. Woo! Thicker black line on the contour. Most of it anyway. And then I am going to kind of throw a little bit of value in it as well. Like around the background here. I always like that. I don't like just leaving it on a white page. Sometimes it looks nice, but other times it just looks like they're in the Matrix, so I'm going to throw a little value to make it, make it alright. All right, that's about it. That is one of those cowboy, bull skulls. I'm gonna draw another one later at another point of it's on the side angle. You know what I mean? Because I tend to see them on the side angle. Sometimes this is more like for symbols and things like that. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Check out my Patreon. Start selling drawings. Check out the store, Armadillo, all that stuff. Thank you, guys. See you later.